All right, guys, so we got to talk about a video that is going viral of a couple of officers, including one female officer, who seemed to be on a power trip as they arrested a legally blind man by the name of James Hodges and threw him in jail for suspicion of carrying a weapon when it was clear and obvious that he actually was carrying a walking stick. And I want to go ahead and play this video for you guys so that you guys can get a general understanding of what happened, and then we will go from there. Take a look.
Hi there.
Hey.
What's this in your back pocket? I just saw you walking it.
It's a navigational age. What's the problem? You a tyrant?
Yeah, I am actually. What's your name and date of birth?
I don't have to give that unless
Yes,
I'm
sir. I was investigating.
You have reasonable.
Do you want me to put you in handcuffs right now? Yes, sir, I do.
What is your suspicion?
It looks like you're carrying a gun in your back pocket. I'm stopping to make sure you're carrying it properly. You don't
have you ensured that it's not a firearm?
No, you keep turning so I can't see it. You don't have to be a dick to me.
Well, you're being one to me.
No, sir, I'm doing my job.
Am I detained?
Yeah, you are. What's your name and date of birth?
It does not matter.
Yes, sir, it does.
Do you have a crime?
Would you like me
Call
to
your
put you in?
supervisor,
He's right
please.
here.
All right.
You don't.
Sir, what's the stop you for? For a walking stick.
So,
And it could look like a weapon. She asked you to
Really?
present it, okay?
Now she's asking me for ID.
Okay.
I don't need the ID unless there's reasonable articulated suspicion that I have committed a crime, am committing a crime, or about to do a crime.
Sir, and her suspicion was that you were armed, okay? And she's asking you for your ID.
Well, now
Okay.
she has verified that I am not armed.
Okay.
So there is no
You have your
problem.
ID or not?
I do have my ID, but you don't need it.
Okay. Okay.
All right, you deserve it.
77 Whiskey Mike detained. I don't know where his wallet is.
Where's your wallet at, sir? I don't have a wallet on me.
Okay, where's your ID?
Where's your ID
in my
at? Pocket. Which pocket? You are not allowed to search me.
It's in this pocket.
Green.
All right, Mr. Hodges. Was that hard?
It's gonna be. I want your name and your badge number. You know, I put him in jail for resisting.
Okay. All right, let's go.
I want your name and badge number too, sir.
Have a seat.
You wanna pick my property up, please?
I sure will, after you have a seat.
You wanna pull this out of my back pocket?
Sure. Here, I'll grab your jacket for you, too.
Yeah, so that is what you call an abuse of power. Clearly, that female officer, and I guess that's her supervisor, were on a power trip, right? Doing that arrest, as the guy clearly was not doing anything. He wasn't causing any problems. He wasn't committing any crimes. He simply was walking with his walking stick in his back pocket because he is legally blind. Now, the officers pulled him over for suspicion of carrying a handgun or openly carrying a handgun, a weapon, which is illegal in Florida. You can't openly carry a handgun unless you are fishing or camping or coming back from fishing, camping, or hunting or something like that. There are some, exceptions to the rule, but generally speaking, it's illegal to open carry in Florida. But once the guy proved that, hey, I don't have a gun, this is my walking stick, the interaction should have been over. But it almost seems like because this female officer was upset that she was proven wrong, right? That for whatever reason, she mistaked a walking stick for a gun. Maybe, just maybe, again, it's one of those situations where officers feel like, well, I got to follow through, right? I got to follow through with the arrest because, I stopped the person and I just got to find a way to prove that I was right with this stop, that I stopped them for a reason. In the state of Florida, You do not have to show an ID if you're not being pulled over for reasonable suspicion of a crime. Once he showed that, hey, I don't have a gun, that this is my walking stick, the interaction should have been over at that point. Okay. And this guy clearly knows his rights because he stated that he's only required by law to show police officers his ID if he stopped for suspicion of a crime. Once it was proven that he was not committing any crimes, walking is not a crime, breathing is not a crime, existing is not a crime, having a walking stick is not a crime, she should have been done. She had no ability at that point, no authority to ask him for his ID. But again, she didn't care. Maybe she knew that. Maybe she didn't know that. If she didn't know that, that's a failure of training. But I think, again, it's one of these situations where, somebody gets proven wrong and she doesn't like the way that the guy basically took out his walking stick, was like, yo, this is not a gun. And it just kind of escalated from there. And as you can see, they arrest the guy for whatever reason, we really don't know, to check his ID. And then the guy basically like, look, you guys are going to get in trouble because I'm going to go to your superiors and I'm going to complain about this because you guys are arresting me for no reason. He's 100% right. And at that point, I guess the male officer that is overseeing the female officer is like, you know what? Put him in jail for resisting arrest. Okay, so resisting arrest non-violently is specifically what they put him in jail for, which is a completely bogus thing. I mean, they just tacked it on there because they was pissed off with how the guy handled the situation. And I don't think that he handled it in an unreasonable way, considering how he was stopped for no reason, right? He was stopped for no reason. He proved he was not committing a crime, but yet the female officer, overstepped her boundaries and authority by asking him to show an ID when he did not have to. Guys, I'm a back the blue person, but at the same time, situations like this are situations that make police officers look bad. Okay, it looks like they are out here abusing their power. And obviously, a vast majority of the time, that does not happen. Okay, I don't think most officers out here doing that. But I think that when you do see it, it is important to call it out, right? And to say, yo, you're abusing your power. You're violating this guy's constitutional rights to freedom of speech. And I have done a lot of videos on people who do get arrested by police. And a lot of times, they are a lot worse than this guy in regards to popping off at the mouth, resisting, not complying. And they actually did get pulled over for a real reason. Okay, this guy didn't get pulled over for a real reason. He didn't get stopped for a real reason. And he does have the First Amendment right to express his dissatisfaction with being pulled over for no reason. And he should not have spent time in jail. He spent 26 hours in jail over that. Now, these officers ultimately both were suspended and one was demoted for how they handled this incident. In my opinion, I mean, again, that's 24 hours in jail for no reason. The guy can't get back. Maybe this female police officer should be fired. I don't know. Okay. I mean, it seems to me that she can't even tell the difference between a gun and a walking stick, right? And she escalated the situation by holding the guy there for no reason when she didn't have authority to continue to hold him there. So let me know what you guys think about this. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.